Welcome to Two Giant Goofballs, a New York Giants podcast. Are you a goofball that loves Giants football? If so, sit back and relax. Except you, that person driving. Sit up and keep your eyes on the road. Your ears, though, can still listen as we talk about the team that both excites and frustrates us so much. And now, here are your goofball hosts, Drew and Rob.
Welcome, fellow goofballs, to Two Giant Goofballs, a New York Giants podcast. I am Drew, joined as always by...
I'm Rob. Let's get the show on the road.
Oh, it's a big
Rainbow
show.
Road.
Special edition of the show here, guys. We talked about recording an episode tonight, posting it for you guys tomorrow, keeping us on our normal schedule. And then news broke. Oh, yes.
Fancy news.
The news is broke. And the news is, of course, joined to us by an ice cream truck, apparently, in the background. I don't know if you have a lot of children, Rob, where you live. This ice cream truck, all hours of the night, just randomly.
This guy's like a creep.
I swear.
For the people that didn't listen yesterday, right? It was yesterday or was it Monday? This dude was running around the neighborhood around 9 o'clock at night.
It's like 9:30.
Yeah, it's dark out.
You must live in the place. Just like I don't feel like going anywhere. Somebody will show up to me, maybe.
Yeah, when I was in traffic and I pulled in at like 5:55, the guy was pulling into the lot. I'm like, no, not again.
So yeah, guys, news just broke here this afternoon, this evening, that the New York Giants and Dexter Lawrence have agreed to an extension, 4 years, $90 million, $60 million guaranteed, which creates the new contract alert. Oh yes, it's all about the money.
He's getting that rain.
Yeah, he's getting rain big time. But you look at the deal on paper, not without its risks here, obviously. Let's go into some of the positives here. So first off, let's look at the last year that Dexter Lawrence had with the New York Giants. Goddamn beast. Freaking beast.
Done.
Yes. Well, of course he's a stud. He's sexy Dexy.
Hell of a dance.
16 starts, 68 tackles, 28 QB hits, 7 tackles for loss, 7.5 sacks, and just tons of stuff that don't even show up on paper. Because if you look, every single time a big play happened, he was there. Whether it was him getting the actual sack or him flushing the quarterback out to get the sack for somebody else. I mean, the guy was everywhere. The guy was stopping the run well. I mean, if we could clone him and make like 2 more of him and fill up the whole defensive line with sexy Nexies, I'd be happy. I'd be very happy. I'd pay him all this money too, with no problem, as long as it's what we got up from them last year.
And you know what's awesome too? He's 25, which is same age as some of the guys coming out of this draft.
Exactly. We talked about that.
He was, when we drafted him, he was 17th overall, and he started for 57 games.
I gotta say this.
Consistent.
How much better does OBJ trade look after the way he played last year? For all the people still complaining about the OBJ trade, Dexter Lawrence, if you had the chance to trade him right now to the Baltimore Ravens, straight up for OBJ, would you do it?
No.
Already answered the question, but yes, that is the right answer. No, you would not. We won that trade wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
And not even just because OBJ has not been the same player, but because Dexter Lawrence has developed into that good of a player. And he's so much younger.
I was about to say, he's got, he's his youth to OBJ.
Exactly.
And he's not injured like OBJ or has the significant injuries that OBJ had.
But I'm just saying pre-injuries, even. If you can tell me I can get a great wide receiver or I can get one of the best defensive tackles in football that actually does pass rush as well, I'm taking the tackle. Controlling the line of scrimmage is how you win games. That is how you win games. Look at the best teams in football. They're always great lines and a great quarterback. Everything else will fall into play when you had a great line on offense, a great line on defense, and a quarterback that knows how to win. That's what you need. Point blank.
A few other things, but pretty much that's your foundation to the house.
Other things are nice, yes.
Yeah.
So
that's the foundation to the house of the.
Let's look at where he stacks up too with the biggest deals at the defensive tackle position. So you have Aaron Donald, the DT GOAT, because he is definitely the best defensive tackle to ever play this game. $31.6 million per year is his average annual salary. Now you get into some of the ones that are getting paid basically the same as Dexter Lawrence. Jeffrey Simmons, $23.5 million. He's getting paid $1 million more per year than Dexter Lawrence. Guess when he signed his contract, folks? This offseason. Talk about market value. Darren Payne, $22.5 million. Guess what Dexter Lawrence is making?
Exactly that.
The same. Guess when he signed his contract? This offseason. DeForest Buckner, $21 million a year. Javon Hargrave, also $21 million again. When he signed his contract? This offseason. Chris Jones, $20 million. These are the guys who are making more than $20 million at the D-line defensive tackle position here.
The D-train.
If you don't think that Dexter Lawrence belongs in this group, you're crazy.
100%.
100% crazy. And you know what you're also crazy is? You're also crazy if you don't take advantage of the Manscaped offer of 20% off plus free shipping. See how I did that? Yeah.
I like what you did there.
Oh, yes. Again, guys,
yeah.
Promo code Goofballs. You got the Lawnmower 4.0. You got the Weed Whacker. You got the ball deodorant. Again, summer's coming, guys. Summer is
definitely
coming.
Go with the platinum.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
I just took those off.
I'm sure you did. Rob has no pants. It's how we get viewership. And then again, those boxers, man, those things are comfy as hell. Tony,
so comfy.
Guys, you guys shave. Pop these little things on. And I don't know what they're made of exactly. I don't look at the tag if it's like some kind of weird microfiber kind of thing.
It's like compression shorts mixed with silk with a little bit more room than compression shorts. So it gives it breathable.
Yeah.
And allows your fresh shaven beanbag to be silky smooth.
So again, guys, manscaped.com. Promo code is Goofball. And again, you go ahead and get 20% off, plus you get free shipping. So that's the key there.
Your balls will thank you.
Yes, exactly. Your balls will thank you. Again, right at the bottom there, you see it going right there. Promo code Goofballs. That's plural because there's two goofballs, same as there's two.
Well, some have three, some have one. Let's not judge here, but the average has two.
I don't think anybody has three. I think that's atypical, definitely.
Well, don't judge.
It's like the male version of that girl from Total Recall.
Pretty much.
All righty, guys. So, but again, let's get back into the money here. So, in the end, Dexter Lawrence took middle of the pack money for A-level defensive tackles. I think that's a fair way to phrase it. Middle of the road for A-level talent, because that's where he belongs. Now, here's the only risk. I know everybody thinks I'm the Debbie Downer. I gotta always give there's pros and cons to everything in life, guys. The pro is we got him in the mid, which to me is a steal because he could have easily gone after I honestly thought there was no way in hell we get him under $25 million. To be very frank with you, I thought there was no way in hell he would take less than 25.
He doesn't have Daniel Jones's agency, does he?
Apparently not. Thank God. Thank God, because that's what I thought he'd go. Because if you think about it, he's still 25, so he's still gonna be young the entire contract. He's coming off second team All-Pro. He's coming off his career best year, where you can still say, hey, another year in the same defense, I can get better. These are the arguments that they can make on his side very easily. Now, this comes with the negative. So I can also go the opposite way and say he's had one good year.
Yeah, he had,
tremendous
years. Yeah.
No, here's the thing, though. He's a very good defensive tackle. He was prior to this year. He was not elite prior to this year.
Correct.
That's the difference. So the question is, do we get Dexter Lawrence now, paying him for elite, coming off a career year? Or are we getting Dexter Lawrence, paying him elite right after he became elite? Obviously, I'm hoping for the latter,
Yeah. Well, you also got to think about it too. Like, he probably could have fought and won like $25 million. He also knows the Giants' problem is cap space. Yep. What does Shane talk about the whole time since he took over? That's his number one goal. Cap. So,
whoa.
A guy.
You're right. Are you all right? I thought I heard gunshots.
But this is a guy that turn around and say, you know what? I like this team. I like what this organization will do.
Gunshots.
Yeah.
It's such an interesting neighborhood you live in, Rob.
But here's a guy that says, I want to win with this team. I don't care about the $8 extra million. Because what's 90 million to 100 million? What's that extra 10%? Which is a lot to a lot of people, but he's going to be so young. And if he does what he does now with that deal, he go make it again.
He's going to make more. He's going to be like, he's going to be, think about it. When this whole thing is over, he's going to end up getting a massive, massive deal at that point.
And you got to figure it too, because when YouTube gets the rights to it, and in 4 years from now, the cap space is going to be that much more, he's going to be easily at 35 million if he plays like the way he's been playing. Which I don't want to say.
And the biggest loser.
Where it's going.
Yeah. Yep. So the biggest loser in this whole thing is Chris Jones. Chris Jones was hoping that Payne, Lawrence, these guys would go ahead and reset the mark, basically, for the defensive tackle position, because what they wanted was he wanted the ability to go ahead and reset it himself again. So now, instead, the market has stayed where it's come. It hasn't been risen by these guys signing this offseason. So I think Chris Jones is probably upset right now. Everybody else is just ecstatic. Yeah. So sorry, Chris Jones. Sucks to be you. You can deal with the money you're making. You're making over $20 million a year, and you're doing all right. Probably make $25 million your next contract, because that is a guy who will go to break the bank. He went to break the bank his first one. But let's get back to my concern I have, because I don't want to be the negative guy. I really do. I know people probably think I do.
Negative guy right now.
I'm not trying to be the negative guy. I'm not. So, as Beeve signs on, Beeve has to go, and she says he has 5 years on his contract now. He's on his 5th-year option and the 4-year extension. That's a total of 5 years, not 4. You're correct, but it's a 4-year extension. Goes into effect starting next year. So it's a 5-year contract. If you want to get it that way, then it's over $100 million. So we still got to see the numbers, because we haven't seen the full numbers. I'm curious how they divvy this up fully. I'm hoping his cap space comes down a little this year potentially, because we need the room. We're actually a little bit above the cap, and that's before we've even signed guys that we need to sign for the the rest of the free agency, because we still have some moves to make. Joe Shane's already said that. I think they're still going to pick up a veteran edge rusher too. So we need some cap space. But let's compare the years that we had prior to this past year, though. So we talked about 7.5 sacks this year. Again, we've talked about this before. Sacks aren't everything. The eye test is what matters. But when we compare easy, quick stats, that's what I have as stats. That's why we're comparing quick stats. So 7.5 sacks is what he had this past season. Prior years, 2.5, 4, 2.5. It's a pretty big jump. We have tackles, 68 this year, 54, 53, 38. Jump, but not a massive jump. QB hits. And this is where I like to look at for a pass rusher. I like to look at QB hits, hurries, that kind of stuff. QB hits, 28 this past season. That's pretty damn impressive. That's almost 2 a game. That's almost 2 a game. So 28 this year, 11, 10, and 9 the prior years.
58 total on that one?
Yeah. So, about half of them came this past year almost.
That's why I went to drive it home.
Yeah. So, again, guys, that's the only word of caution I give to this deal is, are we paying somebody coming off a career year a la Leonard Williams? Because we did that with Leonard Williams. He's never duplicated that. We're now paying this man $36 million this year. And he's playing like a $15 to $18 million player. We're paying him twice what we should be, basically. And that's part of the contract. It's part of us moving money down the road because the other mistakes get made. Don't get me wrong. But again, it's just the one word of caution I give people is if he's not the same kind of player going forward, which we have no reason to think he won't be, but if he's not for any reason, this was a career year, we're going to regret this deal. If he's anywhere near the level he was this year, we're fine. We're golden. Because I'm telling you, as you mentioned before, Rob, when everything starts going up and up, which is going to the next couple of years here, this is going to be a steal of a contract. Absolute steal of a contract. Because you're going to see defensive tackles get $25 to $30 million once this new NFL money starts coming in. It's going to happen. It's not a matter of if, folks. It's a matter of when. So now we got a guy locked up for the next 5 years, as Beef says there. And she's right, 5 years, because we got this year already we had, and now another 4 years added on to it. He's going to be 30 by the time we get him done. We're going to have prime years signed up for, ready to go. At a deal that makes sense now and looks good.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen in 2-3 years? What's going to happen in 2-3 years? Things change very quickly in the NFL landscape of money. Keep in mind, a couple weeks ago, we were talking about Daniel Jones and how he's getting paid so much money. You notice no one's talking about that now because Lamar Jackson and Jalen Hurts got their money.
I was about to say, because 2 other quarterbacks.
This is the way it
the
happens.
Money got shown. Yeah. Show me the money.
Show me the money. Who's coming with me?
Show me the money.
The goldfish is coming with me.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, guys, can't hate the deal. You can't hate the deal. Does it come with some risk? Yes. It is worth the risk. 100%. Because this deal, again, could be very much a steal in a matter of just a couple of years. Absolute steal.
Yeah.
And it's a fair market deal currently where it sits.
And like we said before, we haven't seen the way it's structured out. I would love to see how they do it. Kick the can down the road a little bit. And who knows, we could offer another extension off that.
And I don't think we are, because Shane said multiple times, I don't want it to kick down the road. He's been very clear about not wanting to do that whatsoever. So I don't think he's going to. I just don't think he's going to move any money towards it this year because, quite frankly, we have none. But if you change things up and adjust the signing bonus, you can still get the cap number down this year, which is a semi-move, but not like a let's pull the Eagles and pay this guy $2 million a year for the next 3 years, and then $40 million the next after that.
Yeah.
Yes, I dissed the Eagles there. What now?
I see what you did.
Yep. Dude, seriously, look at the contracts they gave to Hurts. They're paying him like nothing for the first 3 years, and Eagle fans are like, yeah, we won. Look, Howie's so great. Yeah. Listen, yes, Howie's a great GM. First off, that's 100% true.
And then you're going to pay him $65 million for 1 year.
But yeah, exactly. You're going to pay him. You got to pay him eventually. This money is guaranteed. It doesn't go away because you magically signed a piece of paper for the first 3 years. Same as the issues with Darius Slade and his contract as well. Same thing. So I'm hoping that Shane continues with the smart path he's been doing about not robbing Peter to pay Paul, and keep going at a level pace, so that way they don't eventually have that year like the Saints had last year where you got to pay the piper, because eventually you got to pay that piper. He ain't gonna expect
you always got to pay that piper
forever. Oh yeah.
No.
So now this also begs the question, though. Now that Dexter Lawrence is locked up, does this mean we can finally get something done with Saquon? Does Joe Shane put all his attention now on Saquon Barkley and getting him his deal, because he needs a deal?
And he knows a little bit more money what he can play with now after locking these guys in.
But here's the thing: that I think Joe Shane's smart enough to also say, if you're gonna do that kind of deal, fine, I'll give you, let's say, 3 year, $36 million, but you're gonna get paid like $8 million the first year. He's gonna drop that number down. I guarantee you that. The Giants have, before this deal, because we got to see obviously what's going on with this deal. The Giants had like almost $100 million in cap space. That's how crazy and sick this next year is right now for the cap. Again, it won't be for long, because they got to re-sign him. They're going to obviously sign Andrew Thomas, who's another one that I guess we could say that the Giants might kind of move on to a little bit. I think he's not eligible for an extension until next offseason, if I remember correctly, though. But at the same point, they can start getting some of the negotiations done so they can have an idea. Though, again, that can all change in one offseason, too.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
This is kind of a good problem. Like we're good now. We have to pay players to keep good players. We didn't even have anybody to pay before.
Yeah.
We're just paying random people off the street space. Like, hey, you
want to
at the
stick a
baggage
gum?
counter.
Come play for us.
Yes. We were overpaying for free agents left and right. It's nice to go ahead and get somebody that we can actually go ahead and keep on our roster, pay him what he deserves, and keep everything going with him, because it does help the morale in the locker room as well to see, DJ get paid, Dexter get paid, get Jimenez back a 5th year at that point, bringing Jihad Ward back, bringing Slayton back, bringing these guys back, and showing your appreciation for the work they did. That uplifts a room. It does. We just gotta hope we can uplift the room Barkley wise a little bit there too, because that's the one. I don't think he'll be a malcontent, don't get me wrong, but you want a guy who's excited and happy when he has that kind of talent. So,
yeah, 100%. Like, you want to be happy because he's going to play better. Like, if he's salty about his deal and what he's getting paid, he's 100% going to reflect that on the playing fields.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. So, hopefully we get that one done. But before we get going here, speaking of salty, Manscaped. Again. Oh, yes. The cues are on point today.
If you start sweating, these guys will help evaporate that from your little parachute, if you will.
Oh, yes. And again, guys, summer is coming. Summer.
So when you're all nice, silky smooth, remember your deodorant. Just wait outside.
I challenge you all out there to ask your significant other if they would prefer that you shave down there, and I guarantee you they will say yes. I guarantee it.
And if you like the shamrock, like I have up here, or the flower
no one
power,
can see up there. That thing's so far away. Unless somebody's got on a big screen TV, and if that's the case, that's cool. We're on somebody's living room TV somewhere.
We're like ESPN.
Hello in the living room. Hello in the living room. But again, guys, 20% off plus free shipping at manscaped.com. We got the Lawnmower 4.0 with the skin-saving technology. Yes, save the skin. Skin's important down there. You got the Weed Whacker.
You got the Weed Whacker.
Oh, yes, because, again, you got nose hairs, you got ear hairs. Nobody wants to see them. Even just random people on the street don't want to see you throwing a confetti stream out of your nostril, okay? Clean it up. You don't want to be the guy. Weed Whacker.
You don't want to be the guy at the traffic light plucking a nose hair when everyone's looking over.
Yeah, because then you have no place right there to wash your hands. You just touch your nose. That's weird. It's creepy.
What are you going to wipe it on your pants?
Wash your hands. Wash your hands.
Yeah. And your nuts.
And go to manscaped.com. Your balls will thank you.
Oh, they will.
Oh, yes. All righty, guys. So, like I said, we wanted to give you that quick news here with a quick update on the Dexter Lawrence contract. Again, for anybody who might be just chiming in your last minute or about to head out. 4 years, $90 million, $60 million guaranteed for Dexter Lawrence, who's still just 25 years old, coming off second-team All-Pro, Pro Bowl selection, and hopefully the future is bright and this kid continues to get better and better and better because we're already paying him. He might as well get better.
Yeah.
Can't ask for more. You already got a 4-year extension now, guy. So, again, Giant fans, appreciate you guys tuning in today. So this will actually replace the episode we're going to shoot for you guys tomorrow. So those of you that usually join us live here might be a little disappointed. So hopefully not. We will be back again live on Monday, which we'll do the shot we're going to do today, which is going to be updating the wide receiver room. Unless Saquon signs or something, who knows the way things are going. He's never know what's going to happen.
Maybe.
You never know. Listen, I'd be very happy to do that episode. That's for sure. So like I said, guys, we'll go ahead and have that episode for you Monday unless other big news happens there. We're going to give you guys some update on the roster overall. Again, guys, we appreciate you listening in, watching. If you're watching us live, again, we're live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Twitter. We're live on Twitch. We're live on my LinkedIn profile. And we're available afterwards as well, of course, whenever you want to watch as well if you're not able to watch us live. If you miss the show and go, oh, shucks, or gosh darn, or maybe some harsher terms that people in Jersey, New York might use. The best way to not miss an episode like you might have missed today because this was a special episode and a special time and everything is hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit the bell on YouTube. Exactly. The bell on YouTube is the best way to do it, really. But the like on Facebook also helps. And they'll give you the notification in your phone when we go live. Because we go live pretty much whenever we can that something big happens like this. I mean, this is big news, guys. This is like, and then just locked up and all pro. Yeah.
Which is fantastic.
Big news, guys.
On YouTube, Facebook, leave comments. We read them live as they come through.
Yes.
Well, Drew does. Not we.
Well,
I get kept in the dark.
You get kept in the dark.
Yeah.
Are you not able to see it on your end?
I can see it.
You can see the comments. I just don't think you can post them. I think I have to be able to post them.
Yeah, you have to post them.
I'm the producer, apparently.
Yeah.
You'll see the credits nearby. Executive producer, Drew. All right, guys. Again, we have the audio platform as well for those of you guys that like to watch it, like to listen as opposed to watch, or just want something to enjoy while you're stuck in traffic, trying not to flip too many people off. We're available on every podcast pretty much known to man. If you're not on a podcast platform that has us, you're just using the wrong podcast platform, because we're on Apple, we're on Spotify, we're on iHeartRadio, we're on every freaking thing there is, Amazon. I mean, I never even heard of some of the ones we're on, to be very frank with you, but we're on, damn it. So again, guys, we appreciate you guys taking the time to listen in today to this very special occasion, special edition. And again, guys, we appreciate you taking the time to be listening to us and give us the opportunity to be the one to share all the Giants news there with you. We know you got plenty of options. We appreciate you guys choosing us. And as always, Giant fans,
go G-Man!
Thanks for listening to Two Giant Goofballs, a New York Giants podcast. We appreciate your support. If you made it this long, you must have enjoyed it. So I am sure you have followed us on all the social media platforms. Of course, you have subscribed to the show on your favorite app as well and given us a top rating. Right? Right? Right?